My name is Anna, and this is my story. It was the summer 2007, and I was 10 years old at the time. I got really sick out of nowhere, and then my mom took me to the doctor thinking I would just get a prescription and go home. The doctor there had sent me to the hospital to get a CAT scan done. The CAT scan did come back, and it said I had a brain hemorrhage, which was a massive blood clot in the back of my brain. We didn't know what was going to happen. Seeing tons of people pour into my hospital room at such a young age, I saw how important it was to be surrounded by people when you're in such a hard time, and the impact that it really made on my family as well. Fast forward with life, I moved to South Florida. I was starting a new career, new life, was really hopeful and excited about what the Lord had for me. I jumped into a couple relationships I probably shouldn't have been in. They were very toxic. Words were spoken over me that should have never been spoken. And the exact words even were, "You will never be a leader, you will never lead to a capacity, and we don't even know why you're here." And I don't even know what I did to this day to have those words exactly spoken over me. It was very hard. I really noticed the difference in my life. I was just very lonely and just very honestly depressed. It brought me to a really low place in my life where I would just go to work and go home. I didn't want to be around anyone anymore. I decided to cut all my relationships, my friends, my community, even my boyfriend. It was at that point I decided I would go home back to where my parents live and really just hopefully get the community that I had back when I was 10 years old. Unfortunately, you can't just jump back into old ways and just expect the best things to happen. And I was still just completely underwhelmed with Jesus. Like, I still wasn't getting the community that I personally needed. And because of that, I just felt so lonely still at that point and very just comfortable. And I know the Lord doesn't call us to live a comfortable life. And so I just decided, hey, I'm going to move back to West Palm and move forward and get a community that I really need. My brother actually is on staff here at Journey, and he invited me to come out to the Encounter Night in January. And the song Goodness of God came on, and I really just felt like I was so encountered by the Lord and His presence. I just fell on my face and just started to really weep and just have the love of God surround me. And I specifically heard like, hey, I've been faithful to you all this time. I'm going to be faithful to you moving forward. And I immediately knew I needed to find my group here at Journey. So I asked my sister-in-law how I can get involved, and she said she was starting a small group with girls. So I was like, yeah, I'm all in, why not? And so I started attending her small group, and I immediately started feeling poured back into. I asked the youth pastor, hey, I really want to get involved with the students as well. That's part of my heart. So now I'm helping lead the 10th grade girls. I really felt the healing start taking place, and because of that, it's really changed my mental state, everything how I feel about my day-to-day life. I want to hang out with people. I want to have a social interaction after I leave work, and just being involved as much as I can, even here at the church, and just serving and being here whenever the doors are open. It's such a good way to just start your life again. The community I have, the girls, multiple of them have texted me and just called me, just reaching out, even out of the blue. And that's something that I've never really had, is having just girls that I can count on no matter what I'm going through. The Lord's promise to me during this time was that He's going to be faithful. And I think that promise can be valid to everyone. The Lord's going to be faithful to you. No matter what you're going through, you're always going to find that community that you need. You just have to plug in to wherever you're at.